Title: The Path We Chose. In the heart of Ajegunle, a small forgotten corner of Lagos where roofs leak and dreams often drown in floodwater, two young girls were born just streets apart. Their names were Adaora and Chinonye. From the moment they could walk, they were inseparable. They shared everything: slippers, garri, secrets, and even dreams. They used to sit on the broken steps in front of Chinonye's house, planning a future where they would both become nurses, leave the slums, and help their families rise out of poverty. Their bond was stronger than blood. They were sisters, not by birth, but by choice. But as they grew older, life began to test their friendship in ways neither of them expected. By the time they were both 17, the streets had grown meaner. The country was getting harder. Jobs were disappearing like vapor. School fees became luxury, and hope was becoming a stranger. Edora's father died of untreated malaria. Her mother, now widowed, began selling fried yam by the roadside. Chinonye's father was a drunk. Her mother had packed out years ago, leaving her children to survive on their own. Still, they held on. They shared their meals, encouraged each other to keep studying, and even took part-time jobs just to stay afloat. But the pressure was mounting. One evening, as the sun dipped low, painted the sky orange, Chinonye didn't return home. Adora waited and waited. Midnight came, still no sign. When Chinonye finally appeared 2 days later, she looked different. Her hair was done, her nails were long and red. She smelled like imported perfume. Ada, things don't change, she said softly. What do you mean? Idora asked, confused. Chinonye smiled, a tired and sad smile. I found a way out this suffering. I can't die here. Idora didn't understand, not until she saw the black car that dropped Chinonye off the next night. Not until she saw the way men looked at her now. Chinonye had entered the world of prostitution. At first, Adora wept, begged her friends to stop. She reminded her of their dreams, of their talks under the moonlight, but Chinonye laughed bitterly. Dreams don't pay rent, Ada. Hunger will humble you. Still, Adora refused to join. She continued selling groundnut by the roadside, helping her mother and saving every kobo for school. Chinonye became distant. Her world was now hotels, clubs, and wealthy men. She wore flashy clothes, used an iPhone, and looked down on Adora like she was stupid. But deep down, Adora was broken. She missed the old days, missed her friends, and most of all, she hated herself of what she had become. One night, after being slapped by a client who refused to pay her, Chinonye came back to Adora's house, soaked and shivering. She sat in the dark corner of the room, watching Adora sleep peacefully on the mat. In that moment, she realized something. All the money, makeup, fake love, it was all empty. Adora had nothing, yet she had peace. Chinonye had everything, yet she had problem. The next morning, she tried again. Adora, come with me, just once. I will introduce you to someone. You will make more in one night you will ever see. Adora looked at her with pain in her eyes. Is that what you think I want? You think because we are suffering, I will let go of myself? You think you are better than me, right? Chinonye snapped. You think you are holy. You think you are special. Adora stood up quietly. No, I don't think I'm better than you. I just believe I'm worth more than the world is offering right now. Silence. Then Chinonye burst into tears. I hate myself, she whispered. Every time I'm with those men, I feel like I'm dying slowly. I want to stop, Ada. I don't know how. Adora held her. It was the first time in months they embraced. I will help you, Adora said. We will start over, slowly, together. It wasn't easy. It took months. Chinonye had to go through withdrawal, through judgment, through shame. She fell many times, tempted by the old client and easy money, but Adora never gave up on her. She helped her apply for sewing classes. They started a small business selling thrift clothes. One day, as they stood by their small stall, laughing and calling out to customers, Chinonye turned to Adaora. "You saved me." Adaora smiled. "No, you saved yourself. I just stood beside you." Years later, they opened a women's center in their community, teaching young girls skills and giving them a place to dream again. The girls of Ajegunle would gather around and ask how they started, and Chinonye would say, with tears in her eyes, "We chose different paths once, but love brought me back together." Moral of the story: no matter how far you go, you can always come home. True friendship doesn't judge, it rescues, rebuilds, and reminds you of who you really are. The end.